The Lakers versus Timberwolves in the first round is all set. We're looking at the NBA playoff picture. Rory McIlroy wins the Masters. He didn't choke. He stepped up. We'll talk about that. Also, we're also looking at the rest of the association, the play-in games. All that more coming up next on The Big Lead. What is up and welcome to The Big Lead. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. If you're new to The Big Lead, welcome to the hottest stories in sports in less than an hour. All the leading topics in the world of sports that you need to know about, you're going to hear them right here. And we've got a jam-packed show. The NBA playoffs are here. And the Lakers are playing the Minnesota Timberwolves in round one. And we're going to talk about that and so much more. I got my man, Noel Sanchez. He's rocking with me today. We'll catch up with him. We'll talk about this first round matchup. But let's talk about it. We finally know who it's going to be. You're wondering, would we get Lakers Warriors in the first round? Would we get another matchup? No, it's Lakers versus Timberwolves. And I've seen Lakers fans jumping for joy because it is the Minnesota Timberwolves, because it's not the Golden State Warriors. And I feel good that the Lakers can win this series, and I'll drop a prediction a little bit, but I also want to emphasize that the Timberwolves are a really good basketball team, and it's going to take a lot of work to win this series. This is not some gift that people are making out to be. This is a Minnesota Timberwolves team that's 16-4 in their last 20 games. They are first in offensive rating in that stretch, 11th in defensive rating, 4th in net rating. They're second in rebounding percentage in that stretch. The Lakers, 20th. So the Lakers need to do a good job matching up, not getting dominated on the boards. And I think what it's going to come down to in this series is, can the Lakers get it done with that small ball lineup that they've had so much success with? Because if they can, they're going to win this series, possibly comfortably. But that's what it's going to come down to. When I talk about that death line, that small ball lineup that the Lakers have had so much success with, it's been incredible. Last 20 games, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James, and Rui Hachimura, 77 minutes, a 36 plus minus, 24.2 net rating, a 137.7 offensive rating, and a 113.5 defensive rating. That's really good. That's a lineup that can make a deep run in the playoffs. But when it becomes more of a half-court game, when the Lakers are going to be forced into situations where they have to decide who's taking the shots, Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves, how well will those three play? Remember, those three guys, as good as they are, this will be their first time in a playoff series together. And the Timberwolves, they have their own version of a small ball line that's had success with Reed and Edwards and Alexander and DiVincenzo and Randall. They've been really, really good. So that's going to be the Lakers' best weapon, going to that small ball lineup. And the Timberwolves, they've got some options. Naz Reid's had a lot of success against the Lakers. You got Julius Randle. You have guys like Rudy Gobert. They can kind of tandem them and have them play together on the same court at the same time to try to neutralize what the Lakers are bringing. And the issue is the Lakers, they've got one playable center in Jackson Hayes. And Jackson Hayes has not played particularly well in the last 20 games when he's been on the court. With Jackson Hayes on the court, that's not the optimal lineup for the Lakers. Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jackson Hayes, and LeBron James, they've been a -5 net rating, a 115.3 offensive rating. And you look at Austin Reeves, Luka, Hayes, James, and Rui, a -20. So Hayes can be serviceable, but you look at a matchup there, that's where the Wolves have an advantage with the big men. And I think you look at their ability to make threes and their ability to hit from the perimeter. You got Mike Conley Jr., guys like that. It's going to come down to, will Anthony Edwards have a massive series and go off on the Lakers? Will Luka Doncic play well in his first series in purple and gold? Because, hey, playing for the Mavericks is very different than playing for the Lakers. I still feel good about the Lakers in this series. I really, really do. But for a first-round matchup, this is a team that is not your typical, this is a formality. They're going to have to put in some serious work if they want to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves in this series. But I still will say I got the Lakers. Give me the Lakers in 6 games. Give me the Lakers in 6 games in this one. I still feel good about just where this team is at heading into this series. Luka Doncic absolutely was the Wolf Hunter last year in this series. And you have to feel like there's no way this Laker team can go down to a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that's really good, but you still got LeBron and Luka. And I do believe that this could be the last dance with LeBron and Luka. We just don't know. I mean, could LeBron still play well next year, age 41? For sure he could, but we're still in unprecedented times with a great player who for the first time is averaging less than 25 in the regular season. I mean, will he fall off the cliff? Will he suffer an injury? I think the Lakers really need to treat this as a golden opportunity where the path to a championship is there for the taking. But Noel, how we feeling about this one? For me, I'm going Minnesota, North Dakota, new Toyota, Lakers in 5. Okay, I mean that's where I'm at, Lakers in 6. But I really feel like the Lakers have a really good chance to go in there, set the tone, and beat this Minnesota team.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great test to just get the playoff energy started for LA. Finally, going to be hosting some playoff games once again over at Crypto.com Arena. So the fan base is going to be rocking. And these two teams in the 4 games they played this year, it's felt like they just tired each other out, because they both have been so good defensively. Neither team has scored over 111 points against each other in all 4 of those games. You saw Anthony Edwards take on a massive scoring load this season. I mean, he had 7 3-pointers yesterday to get the record for the most 3-pointers by a player this season. So he's taken on a massive load. And for the Timberwolves, it's going to come down to, can you get enough from DiVincenzo? Can you get enough from Nasri, Julius Randle? Whereas the Lakers, like you said, they have that trio of Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and you have other bench guys. You saw Dorian Finney-Smith hopefully starting to see some shots fall. You saw Gabe Vincent finally looking like Miami Heat, Gabe Vincent again. I just think the Lakers have a lot more scoring options compared to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And yes, the Timberwolves, great defensive team. I mean, they moved off of Karl-Anthony Towns. They wanted to get more guys that could be a little more versatile, more defense, but I think I agree with you. I don't think the Timberwolves are going to be a pushover. It's not going to be 4 or 5 games. I think people that are predicting that, I think you're not giving the Timberwolves enough credit, but I could see 6, maybe 7 games. But I think the Lakers should definitely be favored. And my early prediction is that we're going to get that Golden State series we thought we were going to get in round 1, but in round 2.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't denied. It was just delayed, right? Yeah. And Steve Kerr drawing up a play for Buddy Hield at the end was very surprising, to say the least. I do think it's kind of funny that Warriors fans are, we're not afraid of the Lakers. We want the Lakers in the first round. Handle your business in the play-in, okay, before you want to talk about playing the Lakers. But yeah, I think, look, the playoffs is a season of stars, right? And the Lakers have more stars than the Timberwolves. And if those stars play like they're supposed to, in LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards is going to have to go absolutely nuclear, dropping 40s and 50s potentially to knock off this team. And also look at the fact that the Lakers have role players now. They have legitimate role players that are stepping up and being productive with Rui, with Gabe Vincent, with Dorian Finney-Smith. And we're going to take a really, really big time deep dive into this series tomorrow. But I think the difference between this year's Lakers, last year's Lakers, and just the ones we saw post that 2020 championship is that you don't feel like they have a massive disadvantage when it comes to shooting threes with Luka Doncic. And with Luka, they've taken 47.1% of their shots from beyond the arc. Before him, it was less than 40%, which was bottom third of the league. So getting Luka not only got them a superstar, it really modernized how they score on the offensive end. So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting series. Anthony Edwards Did you see my favorite thing about Anthony Edwards? Did you see how they were chanting child support?
He was laughing.
And he was laughing.
Yeah.
If you don't like Anthony Edwards, you just don't like yourself, man. We're heading into the authenticity era again. All the corporate kind of like buttoned up superstars. I think we're kind of getting back to kind of what we saw earlier in like the early 2000s stuff, where it's like we still want to see who these guys really are, and he's being really authentic to himself. So I really love that. But yeah, that's I think where the game's going to be won and lost. I mean, Lakers have the ability to shoot threes. I mean, they've outscored their opponents by 4.9 points per game from beyond the arc, and that is something that when they win games, that's the big key right there. And when they win games, they outscore their opponent from made threes. And in the games they lose, it's 3.1 points per game from beyond the arc. So that's something to look at, and that's just a little nugget there. But all in all, it's going to be a great series. We're going to do an in-depth preview later this week, but do not count out the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's going to be a good test for the Lakers. I think that for them early on, having an opponent with a star that's won games, that has a defense that is going to be schemed to try to stop them, is going to help them. They can get through the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think it's going to really be a good barometer for them, and I expect them to make a deep run. If you're the Lakers, you look at the path: Timberwolves, Warriors, possibly Rockets, and then OKC to get to the finals. You better take advantage of this. Adam Silver could have his dream come true with the Lakers in the finals. But switching gears, looking at that playoff picture right now, just kind of other things that kind of stand out with these matchups. Oklahoma City, of course, they're waiting for their opponent, the number 8 seed, and the Houston Rockets, the number 7 seed. It could be a combination of teams: Denver, Clippers, Golden State, Minnesota, Memphis, Sacramento, or Dallas. And those are the kind of locked in seeds right there. But I look at where the Lakers are at right now and kind of who their competition is. Who is the team that scares you the most, Noel?
Oh man, just over in that West brackets up there with the Lakers.
Yeah.
On that side. Man, of course. I mean, if it all comes to fruition, like you were saying, like if the Rockets aren't able to come over that first year, get into the postseason, they lose to the Warriors. We were talking about it in the past episode. Golden State Warriors rejuvenated with Jimmy Butler, with this new look offense that they have, with Draymond Green kind of going back into that defensive player of the year form that he was. The Warriors scare me a lot. You know, I'm a big OKC fan, but the fact of the matter is OKC doesn't have experience right now. And it's too up and down. They need a couple of years of disappointment and growth altogether to really, really bring that team together. I think the additions of Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hartenstein make them a really, really good team. But I mean, I think a Golden State Warriors team that knows that their time is almost over is really, really scary to me.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that OKC is a weird team for me, because it's like they really shouldn't be given this little, they're so young and this, that. No, they got the MVP, dude. Yeah. Like, you got the MVP. I don't care how much experience you think you need. You got the MVP, and he's got a lot of talent on that team. You have the best record. If they lose, it should hit the fan in OKC. But the Lakers taking on the Timberwolves Saturday night, ABC, you know you're getting the primetime matchup there, because that's perfect for the NBA. But kind of the rest of these matchups and the rest of the schedule, the way it lines up, Tuesday you got Magic versus Hawks, the Eastern play-in, and then you got Warriors Grizzlies. You think the Grizzlies have a chance against the Warriors? I think they do.
I mean,
I really do.
I think they definitely do. And in a way, like, I know nobody ever wants to tempt the basketball gods.
I think John Morant's gonna come out guns a-blazing.
Oh, I mean, he's gonna come out with the RPG, everything.
Yeah.
But you never want to test the basketball gods. But I don't think the Grizzlies wanted to see the Lakers round 1. I really don't think they did. I think that would have been a horrible matchup for them. I think they would have much rather.
They threw that yesterday. I mean, they get in round 2.
Did you see that lead they blew to the Nuggets? They blew like a 14-point lead, didn't make a field goal for like 7 minutes, and like I was telling you, I like what Ja's doing, but I'm like, man, you got to win. I really think that there was some strategy there, and they've beat the Warriors before in the play-in a couple years ago.
That's a good point. Then you got Wednesday, you got Bulls, Heat. By the way, see my boy Jaime Hawkins with a 40 piece.
Hey, you know what I love about the last like day or two of the NBA? You always get those random like 30, 40, 50 bombs from dudes.
I know. It's like, let's find a way to pad those stats at the very last day. And then you got Kings, Mavericks. Those are the playing games. And Friday, that you're going to have the East and a West matchup. And then Saturday, Pacers, Bucks. Then game one of the Nuggets, Clippers. That is going to be a hell of a series. I think the Clippers are the wild card these playoffs.
With the way Kawhi is looking and the way Harden's leaning that team. You never know Harden in the playoffs, but Kawhi's looking healthy again. He's looking in shape.
Absolutely. Then you got Knicks, Pistons. That's going to be a good one. Guys, get some 90s Eastern Conference basketball feels there. Cade Cunningham making his playoff debut. Then the Knicks. Knicks are a weird team. Their record against elite opponents has been bad all season, but I think they have enough talent to at least make a run, win a couple rounds in the East for sure. And then you got Lakers, T-Wolves to end the night. And then Saturday, we got the Cavs matchup. We'll see who wins the play-in for them. And then Celtics versus the Magic or Hawks. That'll be the game one of that series. And then Thunder and then the Rockets versus the Warriors or the Grizzlies. So, yeah, I think the good thing for the Lakers, too, is the Warriors potentially going up against that Rockets team. They're going to wear you down, play tough physical basketball. So by the time they get there, if they do get there to face the Lakers, I think that they're going to be beaten up a little bit by that Rockets squad. But the NBA playoffs is here. And, yeah, we're going to talk about it all week. We're actually going to spend 5 minutes on each series as the week goes along. Some mini previews. We're going to take a deep, deep dive in the Lakers series. But, yeah, Lakers are in a really great position as far as the seeding goes, where they're at from a health standpoint, resting. I'm really excited to see what the Lakers can do in the playoffs. Then you got Rory Mcllrory wins the Masters. Switch gears here. Exciting day yesterday. It was a Masters where it really felt like, oh no, Rory Mcllroy isn't going to choke this away. You just watched that Masters and you thought to yourself, oh, he's choking. Oh, he's got this. Oh, he's choking. Oh, no, he's got this. Oh, he's choking. Oh, he's got this. Oh, he's choking. Okay, finally, he wins. Right? He wins. I mean, that's just how it felt. The Rory Mcllroy Masters experience. But it was great to see him finish the job. And he is one of the best golfers in his generation. And Nike put out a great ad this morning of him and Tiger Woods and him looking up to him like he did. Tiger Woods actually sent him a message saying, "Welcome to the club." So, yeah, he completed the Grand Slam. Tiger Woods said, completing the Grand Slam at Augusta is something special. Your determination during this round and the entire journey has shown through, and you're a part of history. I'm proud of you. So, yeah, he joins that Grand Slam club. You got Gene Sarazen, Ben Hogan, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods. Eldrick did it in 2000, and now Rory McIlroy does it in 2025. And I think yesterday you could feel the sense of relief in McIlroy because it felt like the walls were kind of closing in on him a little bit. That, oh no, this is going to happen, and he's going to go down like Greg Norman did so many years ago as kind of one of the big letdowns in the Masters. I mean, he double bogeyed the 13th hole, and that went into Rays Creek there, and another bogey on 14, and then he had a birdie on 17, and then he bogeyed on his last hole, and that's how it looked. So another opportunity was really squandered there, and even during it, Rory said that he thought that maybe he had blown it. He said, there were points on the back nine today when I thought, have I let it slip again? My battle today was with myself. It wasn't with anyone else. But thankfully, he was able to come through. He was able to come through, and he's able to get that elusive Masters that he'd been looking for. He'd been close a few times, and he had won the other majors. But for him, he said, it's the best day of my golfing life. I've literally made my dreams come true. So, yeah, I mean, he does it. I mean, credit to Rory McIlroy going out there and becoming the first guy. I mean, he had 4 bogeys in his final round, which is pretty wild to see. But he gets it done, man. He finally gets that green jacket. You got to feel great for him because, look, I mean, I think all athletes, you want to win on that big stage, and it's not smooth for everyone. And for him, it was a roller coaster. It truly was a roller coaster of a ride. So, I mean, yeah, just go back and watch that. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, he wins in a playoff. It was a par 4 18th. Both players with a chance to win. And he had that approach after Rose had 187 yards, almost hit the hole. And then the ball bounced 15 feet past. McElroy's second shot was incredible, though. It went right on the slope of the hole, and then it rolled back 4 feet from the cup. And then, yeah, he was able to hit it. And, yeah, credit to Rory McIlroy, man. I'm just glad he didn't choke, man. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that in those situations. I hate to throw out the word choke for sure. I really, really do. But, yeah, it was exciting. It was an exciting day of golf for sure. He didn't collapse. He gets the win. And like I said, it was the best day in his golf life. Now, switching gears back to the association. The Phoenix Suns disaster of a season continues. The Suns have fired Coach Mike Budenholzer after one season. So the Phoenix Suns, they missed the playoffs and the play-in tournament with the largest payroll in league history, costing that organization around $400 million. And now they have fired a championship head coach after just one season. And the team released a statement that read, "Competing at the highest level remains our goal, and we failed to meet expectations this season. Our fans deserve better." So for the third consecutive season now, the Suns owner Matt Ishiba and their general manager James Jones, they're changing coaches. And yes, the Suns were awful, 36-46. And respectfully, I don't know how any team was going to guard them. In the words of Devin Booker, well, they did. And now they're going to need a new head coach. And this is after giving Coach Buds a 5-year, $50 million contract because of his success in the league and them thinking that he can take that team over the top. But yeah, the Suns, after the All-Star break, they went 10-18. They were 12-32 against teams with a 500 record or better. They were bad. And I think that Coach Buds, I'm looking at the roster. I think he'll get an offer right away. So, I mean, I'm not, I also think too, look, Kevin Durant didn't play a lot. When he did miss time, they struggled. And when he missed like 20 games this season. So Kevin Durant is supposed to be that guy. Bradley Beal has one of the worst contracts in the league with that no trade clause. And Devin Booker is a star that really doesn't play defense. They were 33-29 in games where Kevin Durant played and 3-17 in games when they didn't. What does that tell you? That tells you that it's a much too top heavy roster. Didn't have enough talent around KD. And yeah, just an awful year in Phoenix. And Coach Buds, man, by the way, Bradley Beal, 2 years and $111 million remaining on that albatross of a contract. But yeah, I mean, this is a little surprising. A lot of surprising firings in the association. First, Mike Malone, and now Coach Buds. Noel, what do you think about this firing?
Yeah, no, I mean, the unfortunate thing in the NBA, especially when you have trios of stars or duos of stars that didn't work out, I feel like the coach is always going to get scapegoated in this situation. It's unfortunate because, Coach Bud has had his playoff disappointments. He's had his team disappointments. I do think overall he's a good coach. I think he has a unique way of connecting with players, especially players that might have been known to have big egos. But I think it's a horrible position for the Suns to be in. You literally have to make a trade with the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets have all the leverage in this situation to either get KD or Devin Booker. And just to kind of help these guys get their picks back, they don't have a first round pick until 2032. We're in 2025 right now. It's just crazy to see what they become after having such a nice foundation to build on just a couple of years ago. Just like that in the NBA, a couple big trades, ownership group wanting to make a big swing and get player after player. And just like that, especially when you get someone like KD who's about to be 37, it's really unfortunate to see.
Yeah, and I give credit to the owner, Ishiba. He's trying but failing, and he's actually taking action. James Jones is clearly a bad GM, though. And they need to move on from him, and they just need to do something in Phoenix.
I love him on the Heat, though. He was a great teammate to LeBron.
Good role player for sure. Absolutely, definitely one. But hey, man, I don't know. Just throwing out there, is KD the coach's killer? I'm just saying. Everyone has the like memes with Russell Westbrook and the Grim Reaper and the blood on the doors, but Kevin Durant. But yeah, switching gears, a horrific tragedy over the weekend with NFL draft prospect Kyron Lacey dead at 24 after reportedly committing suicide Former LSU wide receiver Kyron Lacy is reportedly taking his own life at just 24 days before he was due in court, accused of negligent homicide. Now, Lacy was considered to be one of the best prospects coming out of college football at the receiver position. Some people doubted whether or not he should have left LSU when he did. 58 catches for 866 yards, had 9 touchdowns in 12 games. But unfortunately for Lacy, he was charged with negligent homicide, hit and run, and driving with a serious injury or death and reckless operation with an accident. He was released on $151,000 bond, and back in February, he did say to trust the process, and he did make some social media posts. But yeah, definitely a just horrific situation for him. And there is a lot of information, kind of how everything went down on the day of the accident. Lacy was driving on a road with 2 lanes in each direction, and he briefly passed the other vehicles, and then he safely re-entered his lane without an incident and things like that. And who knows if this was the reason. I think people are speculating a little too much about this on social media, saying that he did this because of the court date, whatever. You don't know that stuff. You don't know what people are going through. And his dad, he did break his silence, and he left a message on his social media saying, young parents, start talking to your kids at a very early age and make sure they are confident and comfortable confiding in you. And he said, don't be cool with I'm all right or I'm good when you know deep down something isn't right. Mental health is real, and for the most part, it's invisible. Don't ignore the signs, even if they may seem small. So an absolutely heartbreaking story. You just absolutely hate to hear anything like this. And yeah, you got to definitely keep your thoughts and prayers for his family and everything they're doing with this. But definitely an extremely sad story. Now, switching gears to Zion Williamson. This is a wild story with Zion Williamson. And for some reason, Zion Williamson, I don't know if his judgment is great when it comes to ladies, but he's got a stalker, man. He's got a stalker who apparently egged his house. And the accuser, Akima Love, she's 31. She's accused of threatening the unidentified Love rival on social media. So I guess, Noel, this is about her and basically attacking someone who's with Zion now, and she just can't accept it.
That's what it sounds like. Because it said a Love rival, and he was like, she got into the altercation like in his property.
That is pretty wild. It says that she pelted the victim's property with eggs on March 17th. On March 17th, the woman is pictured here in custody with this interesting smile on her face. And yeah, I mean, she also contacted the victim directly via Instagram and threatened her. Authorities have looked into that. And yeah, she said that the message said, don't worry, it's going to be your head next time when I drop the baby. Count your days. That's a little much. And it also had a smiley face emoji with that. And then she's accused of returning to the home, and she did have a key, and she entered. And once inside, Love allegedly grabbed the victim's hair and hit her with a set of keys clenched in her fist. And the victim was left with cuts on her eyes, a lump on the side of her head, and had 4 fingernails torn off. Wow. She faces 3 counts of home invasion, aggravated burglary, and stalking, and her bond was set at $50,000. She was ordered to stay away from the victim and gave up a pistol she owned. Love has no prior record of violence, but yeah, I mean, no love lost, I guess. But that's pretty wild, man. I mean, I think he needs to, I mean, look at Zion, man. Some questionable, I mean, there was the Mariah Mills thing that she claimed that he had a relationship with her. And yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, Mills is definitely in the mix, but Zion needs to just kind of stay on the court and try to like keep this drama away from him. Yeah,
no, I was telling you on the previous episode too. I think he just needs to get out of New Orleans. He needs to go to a different team, go to a new culture, because I don't know it's something in the gumbo, something that he's eating out there in the Louisiana food. It's like I want to see my man on the court going crazy, you know, fulfilling his potential. Last time we saw him truly healthy, I mean, he was put up 25, 27 on close to 60% from the field. He's a great talent when he can stay on the floor, but it just feels like when he's not playing, that's when all these off-court stories come out. And, you know, of course, it's really nobody's business what happens in relationships and stuff, but when it gets to this type of legal situations, it's going to get to the media. So I hope that Zion, you know, just gets his mind right, gets healthy next year, and we finally get to see him play, and we're talking about his performances instead of stuff like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, did he meet these chicks at like a gas station? I mean, where is he meeting these girls? Right? Where is he meeting these girls? I mean, it's just, he's probably one of those dudes who's probably like a DM warrior, right? I'm guessing like on the Instagram, I'm guessing, but yeah, I mean, you hate to see this. I hate to say this kind of sounds like your typical Zion Williamson story these days, which is kind of terrible, but, I hope that Anthony Edwards does not follow this path, right?
You know,
I think this should be a cautionary tale.
You remember that video at Duke when he was in the dorm room and he was like telling that girl she's beautiful?
Exactly. He's a dog, man. He is a dog for sure. And I mean, eggs are expensive right now too.
Exactly.
So why
is she thinking?
Why is she giving up valuable eggs? And also, don't bring food to Zion Williamson's house. I'd be mad if I was the New Orleans Pelicans. Don't be bringing food to Zion's house, okay? Egging in this economy is absolutely crazy.
So when if he breaks that body fat percentage clause, he's gonna blame it on
exactly.
So.
And no, for sure, that's 100% gonna be it. I mean, I'll never understand that. I'll never understand like these multimillionaire dudes who are like impacted all by these ladies. I mean, you can get NDAs, you can kind of control the situation, but yeah, I just think this is just a terrible move for Zion Williamson. Just kind of stay away from these girls. But also too, man, maybe you should just settle down Mariah Mills, and we wouldn't have to talk about
Definitely
this.
not.
No? Okay. Well, let's switch gears. A couple more before we head out of here. This story, Bill Belichick's girlfriend, who a lot of people have speculated on, right? I mean, he is definitely a lot younger than she is, or he's a lot older than she is. Well, she has been popping up at the North Carolina Tar Heels football practices, and a lot of people are wondering what her job is. And Jordan Hudson, she of course went viral a couple times when they went down the red carpets. Well, she was at the final spring practice at Keenan Allen Memorial Stadium in Chapel Hill on Saturday. And there's a video of her where she's going around the field, and some fans are kind of criticizing. And there was a fan that wrote, "So is Jordan Hudson now a coach at UNC? And what is going on with Bill Belichick at Chapel Hill?" Well, some were kind of critical of that, but Hudson is actually the assistant producer or coordinator producer of executive producer of the NFL film. So she has some history there, but yeah, it's pretty interesting to have her around like that. I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, it's his girlfriend, man. People need to kind of stay out of his business for sure. So I'm not really worried about that one. And then lastly here, Luka Doncic has done something that hasn't been done in a long time. And that is, look at his jersey sales where he is. Luka Doncic is the NBA's new top jersey seller and the first player not named Steph Curry and LeBron James to sell the NBA's most jerseys in a season since 2012 and 2013. And he's the first international player to lead the league. So you got Luka 1, Steph 2, LeBron 3, Tatum 4, Brunson 5, Wemby 6, Ant 7, Ja 8, Shea 9th, Jokic 10th. Then you got Giannis 11, LaMelo 12, KD 13, Booker 14, and Jaylen Brown 15. So Luka Doncic, seeing what happens when you join the Los Angeles Lakers. He was already a big star, but you take his star power and then you multiply it. It's a force multiplier when he goes and he puts on that purple and gold. So that's a lot of jerseys really quickly, and you can win that jersey here if you comment Luka Magic down below. So that's all you got to do. But pretty cool to see Luka Doncic at 1. Kind of big takeaway here is Shea all the way at 9. Hey, when Russell Westbrook was with the Thunder, he had a top 5 selling jersey every single year. So why is Shea all the way at 9? I'm curious.
I mean, she's barely entering his prime. Come on, Russ. How old was Russ when he was selling all those jerseys?
He was selling. I'm telling you,
From young. Hey, look at my guy Ja though. My guy Ja at number 8. Josh, just hooping. You'll keep going up. You see what I'm saying? Even in Memphis.
Absolutely, no, for sure. I mean, those Memphis red jerseys really clean.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And then Luka being at 1 is just an awesome.
That's incredible.
Story.
That is incredible right there. I mean, and to think it's not. So when were they tracking this from? This specific jersey status from the whole year? Or
no, well, I mean, that'd be kind of crazy because
that's what I'm saying. Because if
he's already in that short amount of time,
that's what I'm saying.
Because I think with Steph, if you're a Golden State Warrior fan, you already have all the Steph. If you're a LeBron James Laker fan, you already have a lot of LeBrons. So not a lot of alternates probably being sold. Yeah. So all those dudes, I mean, you saw those videos at the team store printing those jerseys for sure.
Yeah. But to leapfrog them that fast, that would be pretty special.
Yeah, that is pretty special. But Ja at 8, you're right. I mean, he has the number 8 selling jersey, but number 1 selling bulletproof vest.
Come on,
in the
man.
league. He does. I just checked. But
you got sent tell by that tweet where they said they had a bulletproof vest on all the seats at the Memphis game, huh?
They should totally do that. They should totally do that. That'd be awesome. I mean, that's good fan trolling.
Yeah,
it's all love though, right? But that's gonna do it for this episode of The Big Lead. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. And until next time, we are out. All right, guys, we'll get quicker.